Hi, welcome to the Sacred Journey. The Sacred Journey is the program that reminds you that life is a wonderful adventure and each and every experience we have is a unique and perfect opportunity for learning. I'm Joyce St. Germain, and this program is using your pendulum for support from other realms. Sorry, I'm reading everything here. This is kind of a spontaneous episode. It was such a nice day, and I decided to try to do a few episodes right here. Hear that? We have a little frog here who's saying hello. He makes his home right about there. I was hoping he'd show up because he is one of those members of the realms I'm just talking about. So when I say using your pendulum, I have presented many times on pendulums, how to use them, a little bit about the history, how to make them. So I'm going to be competing with him. Last episode, I was competing with a lawnmower or a weed whacker somewhere. But I love that, and I'm hoping some of the birds will come and make some sound too to accompany us. I'm assuming you have a little bit of experience in using pendulums. If not, no worries. I'll do a quick review. I have many, dozens and dozens of pendulums. I'm choosing this one because it's the largest, most visible one. Very obvious, so you'll be able to see what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. If you know about pendulums, you know that it is so easy, or much easier. Do you hear that? I love it. I don't see him yet, but he'll come out of that little hole right there. He's black, and he'll come and show himself. He's very sweet. Okay. I usually hold this at a right angle because it's just easier to stay relaxed. So my elbow is kind of into my body and relaxed. Because you won't be able to see it, I'm going to hold it a little higher. I'm really good at being neutral. I'm really good at being relaxed. I've been using a pendulum over 40 years now. I always, if I'm using it for the first time that day, take it and swing it back and forth as a gentle neutral and say or think, please show me a yes answer. Okay, and I'm getting clockwise circles. I say or think thank you, and it goes back to neutral. Then I ask, are you willing to work with me to demonstrate for the work I'm doing for television now? Yes. Thank you. And also to help me to use this as a teaching tool to educate or help others. Yes. Thank you. Okay. I no longer need to ask, what's my yes answer? That's my affirmative, okay? It might not be yes or no, but it's my affirmative. So it measures energy, it does a lot of things. But I worded this particular show using your pendulum for support from other realms. So the realms I'm talking about now are the mineral realm and the animal realm. I think we have to do animals first because of our little visitor here. One of the easiest ways, and I'll try to show you a couple of ways for each of these realms. One of the easiest ways is to, if you have a list or a chart, and I have a chart here that has, I think, about 45 or 50 different animals here. I didn't number them, but it would have made things a little bit easier. So you could have a numbered chart, but mine are in alphabetical order. So I'm going to show you a couple ways you can do this. I would think of something I could use a little bit of insight on, or something I could use a little understanding, or maybe to learn more about myself. Like, is there an animal whose medicine, we call their attributes or their gifts, their medicines, is an animal whose medicines I would benefit from today? Or is there an animal whose medicines would help me in finding a solution to this problem? And then I'll show you how we do this. Or is there an animal whose medicines, or who would like to share its medicines with me for my personal growth? Any of these can be used to help you to help others also. Okay, you asked a question on their behalf. So I'm asking, is there an animal that would like to offer its medicines to me? Now, the reason it started moving before I finished my question, I had already formulated the thoughts, and thoughts are energetic transmissions. So just thinking the question has already started this in motion. I said that I had this alphabetized from A down to W, starting with ant, going with wolf. These are not all the animals in the universe, but these are our most common animals native to the United States. So to do it alphabetically and to find the beginning letter. Now this is neutral. I don't know if you can tell, it's just going back and forth. I'll hold it right here. I'm going to ask it to show me, and there might be more than one answer, so I want the one that is the most, I don't want to say impressive, the one who comes through most clearly as offering their medicines, the one I would benefit most from. I'm going to start going through the letters of the alphabet. Okay, I'm holding it right like this so you can see. A, and I let it swing a couple times with each letter so it has a chance to move. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Okay, you can clearly see clockwise circles. I acknowledge I got that information, and it goes back to neutral. X, Y, Z. Okay, W was clearly the letter. And when I said I'm really good at staying neutral, I tried very hard not to have a preconceived idea of what I thought it would be, because I'm open to all animal medicines at any time. Wolf happens to be my main power animal in shamanic work. Actually, wolf partners with jaguar for me. But these are just animals that are native to our country. I could have used all animals. I just had this list already and I'm narrowing it down. There are a lot of animals beginning with W. On my list, I only have wolf. So I'm going to ask a question. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have weasel, whale, and wolf. So out of the three, let me ask, is it one of the animals on the chart that I have? Yes, thank you. Is it weasel? Is it whale? Is it wolf? Okay, clearly. Thank you. And keep in mind that if you're not neutral, you can make the pendulum or cause it to move in any direction in any way that you want, but then it's not helpful at all. I've done that in different demonstrations, but it's not a help. So we've determined that it's wolf. Well, what is wolf to me? Well, I said it's my main power animal when I'm dealing with the upper hemispheres, not upper world, but upper hemispheres of the physical world. It's about teaching. It's about love. It's about in a wolf pack, the unity of working together and everyone supports everyone else? Is it telling me that maybe I haven't been doing enough journeying lately? I've been incredibly busy. So these are all questions that I'll ask of myself. And if I can answer them myself to say, yeah, I really haven't been, I've been leading a lot of journeys. I haven't been journeying enough on my own. That would be kind of a little bit of a conclusion for me. Do I need to be doing more journeying on my own? Okay, clearly. Do I need to be doing more teaching? Oh, yeah. Okay. I have monthly study groups, but I used to also have a lot of extra workshops in between all the monthly study groups. I have 3 monthly study groups a month, but I used to do a lot of other things for the full moons and the new moons and different celebrations as they fall on the Mayan calendar and solstices and equinox. I have not been doing that just due to my busier than usual schedule. So that's telling me, yeah, this is something to look into. I started up my children's circles again. So that's part of the teachings. So is it right that I start up the children's circles again? Yes. Okay. So if I had any doubt about that, that just answered it. If I want to be open to any animals, not just the ones on my chart, I could do the same thing. Ask if it will, if an animal will offer its medicines to me through the pendulum. And if I get a yes, I would just go through the alphabet. And let's say I get an M. I could narrow it down by finding the second letter or the third letter, or I could say, is it an animal that is still alive, meaning still in existence? It's not an extinct. Is it on the physical planes, meaning it's not a mythological animal? I could also ask, is it, could ask about different types of animals. Is it a mammal? Is it a reptile? Is it a whatever? Those are yes answers, okay? If I don't get a yes, then I keep asking. If it's not a reptile, if it's not a mammal, is it an amphibian? Is it, you know, I go through this whole list. Is it a rodent? Okay, you get the idea until I find the one. It's quicker and easier than spelling it out, but I will tell you how to spell it out. Okay, for the answer that I got before, let's say I got the W and I acknowledged it. I'm going to assume the second letter's a vowel, but it might not be, but it will slow things down if I go A, B, C all the way down. So I'll say, is the next letter a vowel? Yes, thank you. Is it A, E, I, O, and thank you, and then U. So it's an O. Remember, I'm kind of rushing through this because I'm doing a little bit of a mock demonstration at this point, and I wouldn't be holding it up here. I'd be holding it more of a relaxed way. Another way, you could number the chart and go by numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Just as easy to get numbers as letters, and sometimes it's even a little bit easier. Then I would do a little research, find out what that animal's medicine is. Okay, what's its medicine on the spiritual, metaphysical way? Then I find out what's its life like? What does it eat like? What's its socialization like? I find out a little bit about, is it prone to certain things? Is it nocturnal? Is it active during the day? Does it mate for life? What does it do about the offspring? What's the gestation period? Does it raise its own offspring? How does it live in community? Is it a kind of a solo or solitary animal? I'd find out all those things and see what they mean to me. So that's how to use the animal part of things. The mineral part of things, I've got a list here of, oh my goodness, I don't even know, 2 pages. I did not number them, but they're alphabetized. But I want to show you how to get a number rather than the letters, just to show you how easy it is. Are you willing to help me? Say, I'm getting a yes before I get the words out. Are you willing to help me find which minerals want to offer their medicine? Or it also means which ones are for my highest and greatest good, okay? I like highest and greatest good. Doesn't mean which ones are prettiest, which one do I hope it is, which ones would I benefit from? Nothing about this should take the place of common sense, okay? This is just to enhance your intuitive side or your deeper connection to the world around you. And I like to say in a shamanic way. Okay. I could narrow it down by going by tens. Is it in the first 10, the second 10, the third 10? Okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just show you how to do things when you need to know a specific number. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, number 11. There may be more than one. I've asked for the one that is the most suited for me right now. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Blue topaz picks up thought forms of other dimensions, and it helps one to become more of a receiver. That makes sense given the work I do. So I would say, okay, let me pay attention to that. Do I need, now, I also take the knowledge and experience I already have and bring that into the mix. Blue topaz works similar to smoky quartz. I think I might have one piece of blue topaz, but I know a physical piece. I know I have a lot of smoky quartz. So knowing that, I'm going to now ask the questions. I'll say thank you for that information. Would smoky quartz be suitable right now, since I do have it? And I got a yes. Okay, let me be clear, because it didn't seem like a super strong yes. Could I use smoky quartz physically for the same purposes that blue topaz presented itself? Yes. Should I also work with blue topaz? Okay, there you have it, both. Now, if you get a stone that, or the stone chooses you or presents itself to you and you don't have a physical one, best thing to do, look up a picture of it, see what it looks like, imagine it so clearly, look at the detail that you can recreate it in your third eye. Best way to do that is stare at it and stare at it and stare at it and stare at it till your eyes fatigue. Then close your eyes, turn behind your closed eyes, turn your eyes upward behind your closed eyelids and look up at your third eye and recreate it in the same detail as you saw it physically on the book or on the picture. Then you can work with the medicine of it because it's now in your field. You could imagine holding it in your hands even if you don't physically have it. You could imagine recreating it three-dimensionally in your hand. Okay? Then at another time, if you need to call upon its medicine, just hold your hands the same way, recreate it, or recreate it in your third eye and ask for its medicines to offer themselves to you. Okay? Because we can't always have the medicine of a certain mineral that we need with us. And even if we have one, we might not have one on hand at the moment that we need it. Okay, let's see what else we can cover about colors. Every color has a different energetic vibration. We call them wavelengths. We've heard of them in science class in all different ways. But they also have different metaphysical properties, different healing gifts, healing properties. So if you wanted to find out if there's one that you'd benefit from right now by wearing it as clothing, By meditating and visualizing that color being bathed in your body, you're going to be thinking of painting a room in your house by helping you to choose a color. Okay, you could use it for all different reasons, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have 7 colors here. I can add other colors like black and brown. I have the colors that are most used in color healing: pink, red, blue, green, violet, white, and gold or yellow. Brown, I'll add to it, in black, and I'll tell you what they would be for. So I am adding them here, brown and then black. So I'm going to go by color. Now, another way that you can use this without using numbers or letters is I'm holding my hand on the color as I use the pendulum. Okay, I'm going to ask, is it willing to see? I got a yes before I got the words out, to help me choose a color that I would benefit from, or to help a color emerge from the list, and I got a yes. Okay, is it this color, the one that I've got my finger on now? This one? This one. I'm going to move it over a little bit so you can have an easier time seeing when it's straight. This one. This one. This one. Ah, okay, thank you. I'm going to keep going down the list. This one. Though I did not write brown, I'm putting my finger in the next spot because that's where I said that I intended it to be, and the next one black. Okay, protection, white. Protection, tension, headaches. If you were using it as a colored cloth, you would take it dry, cotton or some natural fabric, put it on the back of your neck. It has been used for hearing loss, calming the emotions, or allergies. So I would think about what that is to me. It's also innocence, and as we know, when we meditate, we focus on white light. It is a God essence, or purity, or high vibration. So I would look at that and say, okay, that's a benefit to me. So let me mention to you what other colors are, both in your environment, in healing colors. I'm just checking. I'm doing this solo today, and I'm not Ms. Technology, as I said in my last show. So I'm just checking how much time I have left. Pink is the color of unconditional love. I'm not asking for anything in return. It's really about the heart essence. It brings peace, truth, or truthfulness in a gentle way, in a diplomatic way. It can bring harmony within a group. It's about gentleness. It can dispel anger. Red I use for when you need more passion about something. I'm careful to use it in people that have quick tempers, because that could spark that up. It's great for fertility issues. It helps to restore fertility or receptivity to pregnancy. Can help with fatigue or loss or lack of energy. Blue is always calming. It helps you go with the flow. If you are fixating on something and you just can't move past it, just can't let it go, blue is going to help you with that. Also think of the colors of the chakras. Red is the root chakra, so it does have to do with survival, meeting your needs, food and shelter and protection and stuff, so that would be the red. Blue is the throat chakra, so it has to do with the thyroid, but it has to do with speaking your wisdom, speaking up for yourself, asking questions, singing, chanting, sharing your knowledge through your voice. Green is about the heart. It's generally healing. It does help with the heart physically and emotionally. It is the heart chakra. Violet is about the God essence energy. It's about intuitive growth and development, and it's also about psychic unfoldment. White, as we just said a little while ago, it's all the colors combined, but it's the God essence. It's a very high vibrational energy. Yellow is the color of the solar plexus chakra, and yellow is about your personal power. In the martial arts, it's called your dantian. It's not forcefulness. Personal power is very different than forcefulness. Orange isn't on here, so I forgot to mention it. Orange is the second chakra. It's sometimes called the sacral chakra or the spleen chakra. And it's about living life through the senses, not just surviving. Brown is a color of being grounded. It's a color of not getting too, I call it airy-fairy. And black's a color of protection. It's not negativity in this fashion, in this use, okay? It's the color of being shrouded in protection, and it also invites us to use our inner senses, because in darkness we can't use our external senses, our 5 normal, I call them normal senses. So this is just a little overview of how you can get your pendulum out and do a little more work with it. So thanks for joining us on this sacred journey. We'll catch you next time.